Hey guys, on this maintenance Saturday, I'm not going to be working on the truck. I'm going to be working in the truck because we've got to tackle this. All this room, and I can't get to anything. I pretty much know where everything is, but it's an embarrassment. So I bought a sheet of 3/4 inch exterior grade treated plywood. I bought some marine grade carpet to go on top of it. And I'm going to build a false wall on this side of the truck so I can hang my wands, my zipper, my rotovac will all be strapped to that side, and I can have it organized and easy to get to. And it doesn't always look like this. This is a little severe. We've had some jobs this week where you're just ready to get done, so you throw it into the back of the truck. But we can't keep it like this, so we're going to clean this out today and try to get it looking better. Stay tuned. So here we have a 3/4 inch sheet of exterior grade plywood picked up from Lowe's at about $30 a sheet. I'm taking everything out of the truck and just kind of laying it out there and getting a rough idea of how I wanted everything situated. I had to measure the door inset to figure out where the first piece of equipment can go. And then I start laying out these hold downs. These particular hold downs require a 2-inch hole. So I'm laying them out and getting them measured out to determine where I want them to sit. Get the drill set up with my hole saw, and this is treated plywood, and it's tough to drill, especially when you buy it from Lowe's. It seems like it's really green and wet, and so the sawdust gets caked up in the drill bit. You'll see me stop in a second. It grabs really hard when you go to drill, and then it'll get caked up and you have to clean it out, try again. So it took a little bit of work to get these holes drilled. The little centerpiece out and keep moving. I get those 3 drilled first. Set everything to the side, and I just measured out because I wanted them at least reasonably level at equal distance apart. So I think I'm 20 inches from the top of the board and then 12 inches apart. Brush all that dust off because I'm going to bring out this outdoor carpet. This is from Lowe's as well, about $6 a linear foot. It's 12 feet wide, outdoor grade carpet, charcoal color. I bought 5 feet, 12 feet wide, so I have some overhang on both sides. And I get it laid out right about where I want it and trim out some of the excess. I'm going to bring out the staple gun and start nailing down the edges. Just a cheap Simpson's Hardware staple gun with 3/4 inch staples, or 1/2 inch staples I think, and then some 3M spray adhesive like what you would use for a headliner or something like that. The adhesive's just going to keep it from bubbling and billowing. All the hold down of the carpet's done by the staples. So I don't spend a whole lot of time getting it perfectly on there even, but you want to spray both surfaces and then let it dry for 5, 10, 15 minutes before you stick it down. And I'm going to stick it down, pulling it tight and stapling edges as I go. So I got a nice smooth surface. Ran out of staples. Trim that piece last so I got plenty to pull over and keep it tight. I'm stapling it about 3 or 4 inches apart from each staple. And I start laying out my other hooks. I just got an assortment of hanging straps and hooks that I picked up, most of them on sale from places like Tractor Supply or Harbor Freight. Just whatever, I've been collecting them for a while, whatever happened to be on clearance. I think I paid about 45 cents a piece for these heavier hold downs that I'm bolting in now. They got 2 bolt holes, top and bottom. I ended up using a 1.5 inch bolt. I think it's a number 10 bolt to bolt the top hole down, and then just used a 1 inch wood screw on the other hole. On the other hold downs, I used 1 inch wood screws throughout. They shouldn't have anything super heavy on them, but I did end up with a long hanging hook. It ended up pulling out with those screws, so I need to either bolt it in place or find a different style hook. It just has so much leverage sticking that far out, it won't hold much. Just stand it up where I can get behind it and bolt those tie downs on front and back. Drill a little countersink hole so I would be able to keep them flush with the board so I can mount it to the wall. Stretch out a little bit to get the nut and bolt on front and back. Working my way across this point on those 3 hold downs. This board is quite heavy, and that 3/4 inch plywood is heavy in itself, and then to be as wet and green as it is, it's quite a chunk for one person to move around. So I got to get smart and actually tilt one side up to get it back on the sawhorses. And then I'm just going to kind of lay out my other hooks that I want. Measure them out and get a rough idea of where I want them. The layout of this actually changed quite a bit from my initial plans. I ended up getting everything organized that I wanted to get organized. Some decisions there on direction, because if you paid attention since the beginning, I actually started laying this thing out in a mirror image of where it would be actually sitting in the truck, so it's kind of upside down. But that didn't really make any lasting effect on the layout of it. So now I'm just test fitting a little just to play. I'm gonna get some help to get it in there, so I'm making some room so I can slide it into place. Got that ramp that goes up there. I use that to load my generator or my propane buffer when I need it. I had a 2x4 in there with some hose hooks, so I'm taking it down right now. I may end up wrapping it in carpet and putting it back in. Figuring out how I want to lay out. The board is 4 feet wide. Height of the truck is almost exactly 5 feet inside. Those little furniture trolleys happen to be 12 inches wide, so they work perfectly to lock it into place. Got my wife helping me get it situated and get that first bolt in. Obviously the fiberglass side is not going to hold any weight, so you don't want to bolt to the fiberglass. You got to make sure you bolt it across the top edge and the back edge where you got the stainless frame. So I'm pushing the bolt in from the outside and she's getting started on the inside. That first one will hold it well enough that I can finish it up on my own and I don't need to keep her out there. End up putting 4 bolts across the top and 4 up each side. You can see the bottom 3 right there in that video snapshot. And of course I take my vacuum while I got it and go ahead and get that sawdust and trash out there. Start lining everything up how it's going to go, kind of somewhat in the order of most used to least used. So the vacuum will go right at the back door, but everything else kind of lined up where there's enough room in the truck when everything's nice and neat, you can get to it. And these are some lashing straps I think I picked up at Harbor Freight for $3 a pair. They don't have a big weight rating, but they're not holding any weight. They're just keeping it from sliding across the front of the truck. I get them everything cinched up where I want it.
I don't show it in this video, but if you watch my tour of the Vortex, you'll see that blank space toward the back was just enough room to mount my block holder and my tabs holder, and they actually fit right behind the door shelves. A perfect fit, like it was made for it. So I add those later on. So here I'm just kind of reorganizing, putting everything how I want it. Also added the wands to the layout too. They get able to stand up in front of that stuff pretty easy. And trim those straps down and use a lighter to melt the edges so they don't fray. Get all that extra lashing out of there. And at that point it's pretty much complete, so I'm going to go through a quick walkthrough and show you up close here in just a second.
Alright, so obviously I'm not done with my organization, but this wall is complete. Gotta come up with a better hook for holding my hose. That one just won't work. I got my main equipment lined up. I got some room above there maybe to hang some stuff. Now my goal is to finish this side, get it organized, and then I'll have tons of room. So that's all for today. Stay tuned, it's too hot for me to do anything else today, but maybe next week we'll finish it up. Thanks for watching.